I might have paid more attention in other subject areas if I could have explored it in ways that were actually meaningful to me. And I've talked about this in other episodes. I left computer science before I ever really got started because my teacher could not push me. He was unable to help me to move beyond where we were in the class. I really wanted to learn a lot, but I was not being challenged. The reason why I jumped back into computer science is because one of the very last classes that I took for my doctorate, I audited a course that was just called electronic music. And in it, we actually were creating music apps through a graphical programming language. And the professor encouraged us to create a wide variety of apps that were individually meaningful to each of the students who were participating in this class. The content itself was not the issue. I really enjoyed the content in both classes, but how it was taught and the expertise of the person teaching it had a profoundly positive or negative impact on the exact same content area. So again, we need to really focus on developing the content and pedagogical knowledge of teachers within the field in order to make it so that they can teach in ways that are meaningful. We can't just rely on curriculum developers and PD providers to do that for us. And we can't just integrate in ways that are not meaningful. Again, if you're just skimming on the surface, you're not going to develop the expertise as an educator, and students aren't going to develop the expertise as a student. Every subject area is beautiful in its own way. The people who really understand that often are the ones who end up teaching that particular subject area. However, how we teach that subject can have a profoundly positive or negative impact on whether or not people will find that beauty or not. But just because everything can be beautiful, it does not mean that everyone needs to explore or understand that beauty. We have to accept that even if we try to cover everything, there will always be a null curriculum. So why do we pretend like we have to make sure everyone walks out with the same incomplete understanding? Which leads me to, again, ask, as I have in many episodes, why do we even need to have mandatory classes in general?